Welcome back to another episode of Direct Response Secrets. I'm your host, Zachary J. Radford. Welcome. Today, we're going to be talking about a mindset that will set you free from the daily pressures of running advertising in your business, no matter what you're doing, trying to drive traffic, and think in a bigger, more cohesive way that'll drive more results and allow you to grow and scale your business. Cool, right? So, what I've been seeing in the marketplace a lot is this short-term thinking, and people want results yesterday. They only have a little bit of money. They only want to spend this. It's the scarcity mindset. And when you focus on a single ad, when you focus on a single funnel, when you focus on a single, like, you can get results there. But what you should be looking at is the entire journey, the journey that somebody is undergoing to get the result that you provide. So, for example, I'm just going to use newsletters because that's what I dabble in. Let's say I was selling a sponsor spot, okay? The reason somebody wants to buy a sponsorship with me is because they are looking for more traffic. They want to tap into my audience. They want to get more sales. They want more awareness. Like, there's a number of reasons why somebody would want to do that. Now, maybe on the other end of the spectrum, someone has no idea about sponsorships, and then you have somebody who is like the #1 sponsorship buyer on the planet. Like, there's extreme continuum. And I recently met with a client of mine, and she kept saying, I need this to produce X result in order to pay and keep things going, and talking all this in these short-term thinking ways, which is a red flag for me, but I listen and I'm trying to understand. And so then that got me thinking about other instances that I've seen this. And that's why I wanted to teach this to you today, because if you can look at the bigger picture, you will be successful in business. If you can understand that path that your customer is on, you can speak to every part of that path and be the go-to in your industry and absolutely dominate in the newsletter or any other place that you're trying to drive traffic to and trying to win. So what I'm going to do is share my screen with you, and I'm going to give you my ideas around the customer journey. And essentially, this is like a version of Eugene Schwartz's stages of awareness, but I take it a little bit further and I have my own spin on it as well. And yeah, let's kind of get into it and we'll go from there. So let me share my screen. So again, I did not create this. I did not design this. This is how human beings buy. This is how things work, okay? And I'm just a steward of this information. I'm bringing it to you so you can get better results and get rid of that monkey on your back of like, how did my Facebook ads do today? You know, like, relax, take a breath. I'll help you out. I got you. I got you. So your customer, they're starting out their journey in this world. They may or may not know it, but there's a problem in their lives and things are going to hell in a handbasket. And it's our job to get them to the happy place that they desire. And the only way to do that is to buy our products and services. So let's look at it like this. You got somebody on the far left. They may be unaware. They have no idea what is going on in their business. They may have a giant hole in their business. And maybe you sell a health product or a service or some sort of local business, and you provide a service or a product there as well. They may not know that they need you right now. So they'd be walking around. It's like someone got shot and they're like, yeah, no, I know I need a hospital. But there's other problems that we aren't so much aware of. Like, let's say when I first started running, I was experimenting with running, and I did a marathon last year. I didn't realize that I needed to do these stretching. I would just run and be like, I can't run, my legs cramp up. But then I did some research and I identified, I need to do these special stretches, and these stretches will allow me to run, and I can get it. Like, that's where your person is. They're running with cramps and they're like, this is how it is. So they are completely unaware. And then once I did that research and I was able to understand what was going on, I became problem aware. So I knew I had a problem, right? So let's bring it back to the sponsorships. Okay, so I don't know sponsorships exist anywhere on the planet. I've never heard of a sponsorship. I didn't even know I could sponsor newsletters. I have no idea, but something's wrong with my business. I can't figure out what it is. I got a great offer. Everybody wants to buy my stuff. I just feel like I can't get enough people. Then the problem is like, oh, the light bulbs go off. That's a terrible light bulb. Whatever. You get the point. The light bulb goes off and like, I need more traffic. I need to get in front of more people. I need to do some research. I need to understand how and all the different types of traffics. So then they're going down this journey of, well, there's Facebook ads, there's Google ads, there's all these different things and places and things. And depending on which path they take, they're going to get different information. So that's why it's important to understand this journey, because then you can help your customers, guide them to the proper outcome that they deserve, instead of just having them wing it and trying to figure it all out themselves, because it's an absolute nightmare. Have you ever tried to figure something out on your own and you have no idea where to look or where to start and what to do? It sucks. It absolutely sucks. So this stage, I speak to this stage a lot. The reason I speak to this stage is because I don't have to educate them. They know there's a problem. They're looking for the solution. And what is the solution? It's our product or service. It's that simple. It's what we get them their result. The reason you got that problem is because you need more traffic. Guess what? You could pay to sponsor my newsletter, everybody else's newsletter, and you can get almost an untapped, limited amount of traffic for very cost-effective and very powerful to drive and grow your business. And it's untapped. Well, that sounds amazing, Zach. Tell me more. There's the conversation. So as they start looking, we bring them over to the solution. And the solution in this instance is sponsorship. So you can sponsor newsletters, which is absolutely great. Now I'm like, okay, sponsorships is the way to go. But there's like 30 or 40 different newsletters in my industry. Which one do I start with? Which ones are the best? Who has the biggest list? Who has the smallest? Like, and then you start to like get crazy trying to figure out all of those minutiae and all those details, which brings you to the next level, which I call most aware. You can go, I'm skipping a step from the standard Eugene Schwartz, but you go from solution aware to most aware. In the original way that this is taught and explained, it's like most aware being like, they are on your email list, they're getting all your stuff, they really understand you. But I think there's a step beyond that. And I originally saw this from Roy Furr, mentioned this in one of his videos that I saw, but I was like, that's it. So let's just rewind quickly. And first I'll go most aware. Most aware, in my opinion, is somebody that knows without a shadow of a doubt that they are looking at the final steps, right? They are reading reviews. They are really down the funnel. They're using Google to make their last minute decisions, and they're ready to buy. Like, they're ready to pull the trigger. Okay. Now, the next step after that is you aware. Meaning you are the person that they're looking to, they're getting their information from. Anybody's like, hey, do you know where I could get a sponsorship in a newsletter? Boom, I know somebody. Boom, go see this person. You are the answer that they are looking for. Here, let's put that in a better way. But here, let's go there. So essentially, they are they're unaware, problem aware, solution aware, most aware, and then you aware. And you can do it sideways. Sometimes you see the funnel where it's like this as well. You have the funnel, and then it's like, so it could be like you, most, solution, problem, unaware. Our job is to understand which part of the market that we want to serve. So for example, in this instance, I really don't want to educate somebody about sponsorships and why they're so great and why they work. So I focus all my effort on somebody who's already looking for sponsorships, but so does everybody else, right? So we're focusing this energy on getting more sponsorships and like, hey, they have their hands up and they're already sponsoring other newsletters. So I'm reaching out to them and saying, I see you're sponsoring this newsletter. You could consider mine. That's great. That's what everybody does, right? I do that too a lot. This part of the market, in my opinion, is 3%. And there's a theory called big market theory. And essentially, it's like 3% of the market is only ever going to be ready to buy today. That's it. You no matter how hard you market, 3% of the entire market has cash in hand ready to buy from you today. So that's when we got to move up the funnel, right? We got to move up the funnel and start selling them and educated. So, like, if the person is fully, let's walk through this example one more time just so I can drive it home. But somebody is absolutely unaware. They have no idea what a sponsorship is. What are they going to need to see, know, and hear and believe to become problem aware? Well, this person is searching probably, why isn't my business growing? Or why isn't somebody buying my products? What's going on? How do I create a better offer? How do I build a better funnel? How do I do, like, they're in this zone thinking that it's them, it's their business, it's their product, and that's what they're searching for. But then there's going to be something that they're going to see, a piece of content that's like struggling to grow your business. You may have a great product, you may have a great funnel, you may have everything you need to be successful. You're only missing this one thing: traffic. And I can show you how to get as much traffic as you want very cost effectively through sponsorships. So that's the seed, that's the inception. This is where it gets planted. Okay, I don't know if I can draw a plant. There we go. That's where the seed gets planted. Now they're aware. They may not take you up on like the sponsorships at this moment, but you planted the seed. Now they're going to be like, oh, I need traffic. So they're going to YouTube, they're going to Google, they're on Facebook, they're seeing ads. They're like, maybe I'll take a YouTube ads course, maybe I'll take a Facebook ads course. So they're actively searching in this. Okay, they're actively looking for the solution because they understand the problem. They just can't find the solution. And if you look long enough, funny enough, everybody's got a solution for you. If you got a problem, it doesn't mean it's going to solve it for you, but there's lots of people promising different things. This is where it gets hyper competitive. This is where everybody is fighting over that 3%. So that means 97% is ripe for the picking. It is sitting there untouched. Now, I don't really get into unaware markets. You don't have to, depending on what you're trying to build. If you're trying to build $1 billion company, yes, you will have to get into unaware markets. But there's so much where people are like, I know I have a problem. Like, for example, the sponsorships, right? And newsletters, people know they need more traffic. How many business owners know that they need more traffic, more leads, more sales? How many businesses? Tons, like a metric ton. So many businesses absolutely know that they need more traffic, leads, and sales. I don't have to educate them. Maybe if I'm a new business, then they're uneducated. So you don't have to get to that level. But if you're solving this problem of like, how do I get traffic? And then that's the conversation that we're having, right? Sponsorship is a great way to get traffic. Sponsorships are a great way to get traffic. So if you're doing blogs, you're doing all your content marketing, you're running your ads, you're speaking to this problem. Would you like more sales? Would you like more leads? Would you like more traffic? That's the conversation. You're like, yes, that's what I want. Now, then they've identified the solution. If we can catch them here, we can convince them that the solution is what it is that we're selling, right? That's a great spot. Now, there's already 3% of the market that's actively looking for sponsorship. But if I'm looking for someone who's like, I'm struggling to get leads, I don't know should I go to Facebook? Should I go to Google? Should I go to here? We can catch them at that point and be like, you need to try sponsorship. It's low cost, it's effective, it's all these great reasons why you need to get in on it. And plus, it's like an untapped traffic source that anybody can utilize. Wow, that sounds great. How do I get in on that? Sold, planted another seed. planted. Now they know that sponsorships is right for them. So now they're like, all right, I know that's right for me, right? Then again, they go deeper down, looking for the right sponsorships for them. So they're like, what, who should I sponsor? What does this letter look like? What does this look like? Da, 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 da. Okay, great. They've decided on a handful after hour, 2 hours, week, month, whatever. They're ready to pull the trigger and get some sponsorships. They have their landing pages ready. They have everything they need to start driving some traffic. And this is when they become most aware, because they're literally shopping around. They're filling out application forms. They're jumping on sales calls. They're requesting sponsorship packages. They're getting everything they need in order to actually become a sponsor of a newsletter. This is an amazing spot to be, right? Especially if you own a newsletter. You're like, hey, and people fill out our form and request information all the time. That's where they are. They are most aware of this problem and this solution, and they have money in hand and they're ready to go. Now, where it comes to you aware is that they become repeat buyers. And that's what we want. They already know, trust, and like you. They've already sponsored your stuff. What else do you have? What other newsletters do you have access to? What other products and services and books and all these things do you have that I can purchase from you? That is you aware. So when you're looking at your marketing, especially from a high level, you want to be like, does my market even know they have this problem? If the answer is no, you need to educate that market. And I'm just going to warn you right now, that's probably going to be an expensive thing to do. To educate a market is very, very expensive. So look for a problem that they are already aware of, or position your product as a solution to that problem. And then in that problem, you're just like, hey, do you have this problem? Hey, does your back hurt? Hey, do you need traffic? Hey, do you have this? Yeah, I got these problems. Awesome. Here's the solution. You're bringing them down and getting them excited. And they're like, they're going upstairs telling their wife, they're like, honey, guess what? Oh, I've been like walking around for weeks with this weird pain in my back, but I just saw this thing online, this video, this blog post, this podcast, this thing. And the problem was that I'm sleeping funny and I need to get this contraption. Like, I need to do this thing. And then they're like, awesome. Well, what other solutions are out in the marketplace? And then they do their research and they go deeper down and then become most aware. They know every single thing in this business. They know everything about the problems. They know everything about the solutions. They understand the industry. Now they're getting ready to buy and pull the trigger. That's when they're most aware. And then if you've done your job right up to this point, you've led them directly to you and to your business. So they have no choice but to pull the trigger and buy from you. Because why? Why would they buy from you over everybody else? Value. You provide more value than anybody else. Your free stuff is better than the paid stuff that everybody else is putting out to the marketplace. And they would be silly to not work with you. They'd be silly to not buy from you. It's that simple. We just keep it. And another way to look at this is like, what's in it for them? That's all you have to do. And I know I've talked about this before. What's in it for them? Each step of this process has nothing to do with our business necessarily, except for how we can help. That's it, right? Once we've acquired that customer, we are the ones that, and depending on your market works, but we're the ones that educated them, made them aware, and then we've shown them the problem, then we've shown them the solution, and we've made them most aware because they've ready to buy and purchase our stuff. Like they're fired up. And then they are you aware. When they're you aware, they're on your email list. They're seeing your retargeting ads. They like you, in their mind, you own mind share, that you are the best at what it is you do. That's it. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to walk them down this process or across this process, however you want to look at it. We want to take them from sad to happy to buying your products and services. And not only when you do this right and your marketing is done right, it'll blow up. Like it's crazy. I've seen it time and time again. Just think of it as like almost like a river flowing. Okay. There's this giant river flowing of mass desire. And if you haven't read here, if you haven't read Breakthrough Advertising, this book talks about mass desire and how to channel it. I'm not going to get into it right now, but essentially imagine like a current flowing down here. Our job is to just identify the problem and just take a little bit of that river off. And then whatever flows to us is dollar signs, because we're providing value in this river. We're helping them we're identifying the problem. We're helping them identify the right solution for them. We are making them most aware, and then ultimately we're making them aware, or us aware, so they can make purchases from us in the future. When you do your job right, this is where you actually make all your money. And I've spent my entire career getting this part, working on getting new people into companies. But if you have existing people that know, trust, and like you don't need a ton of them to become a millionaire, multimillionaire, or have a big exit. Everybody thinks you need to have thousands and thousands of customers. You do not. You can do it with, like, if you have 100 customers paying you $1,000 a year, even, what is that? That's 100 grand a year, right? 100 customers paying you $1,000 a year. 100 times 1,000. That's $100,000. Not crazy money, but it's $100,000. It's only 100 people. So let's say you sell something for 5,000. Divided by 5,000. You only need 20 people. So, and you think of a market like, for example, sponsorship. So our average sponsorship sells for like $10,000 to $20,000. How many do I need? Let's go 20 times, let's say an average of 15,000. That's 300K. That's 1.2 a month that I need to sell to hit 300,000 to have a content-based business. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So you really need to just identify that journey. Think about yourself, think about your product and your service, and lay that journey out. And then do yourself a favor. Don't think about yourself or your product or your service again, and think about what's in it for them. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I enjoyed creating this. I love content like this, and I'll be making some more. I appreciate you. If you need anything else, reach out to me. Happy to have a chat, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.